Okay guys, I'm out here working on Franken truck today, and as you can see, I've got the passenger lockout off of it. And the problem I was having, these are actually fairly new mile marker hubs. This is part number 302 from Mile Marker for the Dana 44/GM 10 bolt applications for a 1/2 and 3/4 ton truck, because as you can see it's a 3/4 ton. But say this is the hub is on here, this thing was wiggling around about that much. It had quite a bit of play in it, and I wanted to know what was wrong, so I pulled it out, and with the miracle of a can of brake clean, I managed to clean everything up real well, and I can't tell that there's actually anything wrong with this. And so I looked around on some forums and things of the like, and they said it was pretty normal to have play in them, but this thing was leaking grease out of it and everything. It was making a mess. And of course, you know, as to be expected, especially with it leaking like it was, it had water and stuff in it. So I've got everything cleaned up now. And I've got the snap rings that go right inside of that groove right there out here. And here's the one that came with the set, and this is the one off from the older one. The old ones that I took off, which were also a set of mile marker hubs just like this, except a much, much older set, which these are only about a year old now. But I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera or not, and I couldn't swear to it, but I look at these two and I can just almost tell myself and believe that this older snap ring is actually a little bit, ever so slightly thicker than the new one. It may not be at all, but I could almost testify that it is. So I don't know. But I'm gonna slap this stuff back together here real quick. Actually, you know what? I might even try to do it on camera here. Just let me move a couple of things out of the way, where I can sit down on the bench here, or the stool rather. And I've got a couple of screws I threaded back in after I took the cover off. It makes it so much easier to pull these things out, to have a screw threaded in them. So there's that in. I'm going to reuse this old snap ring out of the old set and see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Okay, and sorry, let me set you down a second here, people. I'm sorry. I'm on my phone, but it'll be all right. Let me get the snap ring in here. Grab my screwdriver. There we go. Problemo solved. Now then, it's time to put that dude back on there as well. Let's see if I can't. And of course, should have known that was about to happen. I just pushed the axle in. Oh man. Of course, I can't find my snap ring pliers, so you guys can imagine what it must be like for me right now. Okay, so what's the best way to go about doing this? Well, you know what? Let me get back to you in just a minute, and I'll have this on here one way or another.